Hi friends, thank you so much for clicking on this video today. My name is Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. This is where I post all things project panning and maybe some other makeup related content. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing. Today I am doing my September update to the Deck of Panning Project Pan. This project was created by Emily and Max, which was inspired by Books with Maddie. This is a project where you draw cards that correspond with a prompt on a game board. And I think this project is really fun. I'm sure everyone has heard of this by now. So this was an okay update for me. I mentioned in a couple recent videos that I was traveling this month, visiting family. So I didn't take all of these with me, but we have decent progress, so we can just get into it. Also, I'm doing like a very bold eye look today. I recently got an order in from Touch of Glam Beauty, which takes forever. And I wanted to try out one of the holographic eyeshadows. So that's what I have on today. And I'm just not used to this like dark, smoky kind of makeup, but we're gonna make it work. So also this is just my little political statement shirt. PSA, go register to vote if you live in the United States. The midterms are less than 2 months away now. So just make sure you get your voice heard, and that's where I will leave that. All right, starting in with what has been in here the longest. This was rolled in June. I rolled the Queen of Clubs, which was to represent another project, and I chose the Partners in Cream project pan. So I picked my Tarte Dreamy Lip Surgeon's lip tint. This is in the shade Dreamy, and it's this very bright pink. I don't think I quite realized how bright and unwearable. That's not the right word. Not suited for every day this was until I rolled it in and started using it. It's this very, very like hot pink shade. I am actually wearing it on my cheeks today, which I think blended out, turned out pretty nice. But I have struggled to use this. But we are going to be rolling it out today. I am filming this a few days early. I set a goal to use this 10 times. I've used it 9 times so far after using it on my cheeks today. So we're going to roll this one out and I'm going to use it probably tomorrow on my cheeks or something as well. So I'm excited to pick a new card for this one. Next prompt I had was wild card. So I got to pick anything and I picked my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. This is a project I would really like to finish probably next year. I don't think it's going to happen this year now. So I've got a little premature work on it. I set a goal to use this one 30 times. I have used it 28 times so far, so I'm going to roll it out as well. I used it 15 times this month. I did take this with me when we were out of town and used it almost every single day. I am wearing it today. You can see where the product has settled about right here. So I've used a lot of this so far. There's still a good bit to go. But I definitely think this is something I could finish up either at the very end of this year or early next year. I think this could get rolled out of my collection entirely. So we are going to pick a new card for this one today. So the next prompt I had was in it for the long haul, which is a 100 use goal. So I pulled the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Beam. I know there's a handful of people on YouTube who are working on this in like their project pan to completely finish it. So I wanted to also do that. I, again, set a goal to use this 100 times. I've used it 17 times so far in the last 2 months. I used it 9 times last month. I did take this with me as well on our trip. This is going to be harder come more fall weather. I mean, here in Atlanta, it's still like 90 degrees, but we're going to keep pushing through and see if I get any use out of this in the winter time. But yeah, I do enjoy this product. It's really easy to work with. I find I can use it with my fingers, a brush, or my hands. So we still got a ways to go. And I think this is another product I would like to work on completely finishing as well. Maybe once I get done with 100 uses in this project, rolling it into a project pan to completely finish next year. So this one is staying in for a long time. Next prompt I had was Indie, and I picked my Odin's Eye Soul Mane Highlighter Palette. I set a goal to use each shade in here 5 times, and this was just rolled in last month, so there hasn't been a ton of progress on this yet. I have used this palette in total 9 times so far. I've used this shade 3 times, this one once. You can see how blue this one is. This shade 3 times and this one twice. So I need to pick up the pace on this one, but I think the other 3 would be pretty easy for me to hit 5 uses on. So I enjoy this highlighter palette a lot. I did just kind of roll in a highlighter palette for my That's So 2000s project pan. So hopefully that doesn't interfere with my progress on this, but yeah, just the blue one is hard for me to reach for. Granted, I'm wearing a bluish look today, but I don't particularly wear blues all that often, or any look that I feel like blue highlighter would go with. So this may end up needing to be like an inner corner highlight. But yeah, this one's staying in, which I'm perfectly fine with. I love this palette. And then the last prompt that I had was brand you own the most of. The second time I've gotten this prompt, and again, it is still ColourPop. So I picked the ColourPop Cream eyeshadow in the shade Agave Bloom. I don't even know if they make these products anymore, these cream eyeshadow pots. They remind me, just in packaging and everything, of the MAC paint pots. But this is just like a very neutral shade. On my like no makeup days, this is basically what I've just been throwing all over the lid. You can see like a little bit of a dent in there, but there's still obviously a ton of product in this little pot. So I set a goal to use this 20 times. I've used it 7 times so far. So this one will remain in as well. And yeah, it's definitely getting older. It's not quite as creamy as it used to be, but we'll just keep chugging away on this one. So that means we have 2 products to roll out here, a little bit prematurely, but I'm gonna roll them out anyway. I haven't really looked at the game board yet. I've taken a quick glance at it, but I have my drag queen cards here. I think I have 2 jokers in here, which I'm pretty sure you're only supposed to have 1. But I obviously like to live on the edge, and I'm gonna go with it. I will pop up a picture of the game board here. Let's see. Also realizing that this project only goes through end of December, so I doubt I'm gonna hit 100 uses on that Glossier cloud paint in that time. So I'll be really curious to see how much progress I end up with once this project is completely finished. Cut the deck. We have the 4 of Spades, which is concealer, okay. And then the Jack of Diamonds, which is a whole collection roulette, not again. Okay. All right, in my spreadsheet, I have 605 products. A few things have been rotated out recently between declutter and emptying things, so it's not totally updated, but we'll see how this goes for a roulette. I've also learned recently that my little Amazon device, whose name I'm not going to say and I'm going to cut out when I film this so other people's don't go off, can do a random number generator. So we're going to go with it that way because I'm using my phone to film now. Pick a number between 1 and 605.
Here's a number between 1 and 605. It's 448.
448. This girl picked number 448, which I'm not at all mad about. So let me go grab 2 products and I will return. The first card that I pulled was the 4 of Spades, which is concealer. And for that, I picked my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. This is the shade Fair 20N. This is a little light for me, if you can't tell. But this is something I've considered bringing into my project pan recently to finish up. I'm definitely getting to the point where I need to take the stopper out soon. Like, this thing comes out and there's not a whole lot of product on here. So this is another product I would really like to finish up soon. But this gives me a great excuse to roll into this project and get some usage on it. So I'm gonna set a goal to use this one 20 times. And then after that, we'll see how I stand on usage and if I should roll it into my project pan soon. So 20 uses on this guy. And then for the Jack of Diamonds, it was whole collection roulette, and Miss Amazon girl over there chose number 448 for me, which is my Trixie Cosmetics Flower Power bronzer. This is in the shade Darling Daisy. I would also just like to point out how massive this is. Like, here's a size comparison. It's taller than my Glossier Cloud Paint. This thing is huge. It comes with 2 bronzers in it and a highlighter in here. I mostly go for this lighter shade. This is the lightest product bronzer, whatever that they have. And I really like this. This shade here in the middle works really well for me. So I'm gonna set a goal to use this $15 times. Whether that's the bronzers in here, whether that's the highlighter. It may not be the highlighter because I also have this guy in here, but we're gonna get some use out of this and I'm excited about that. So to recap, we have these 2 new products coming in and these 3 are remaining in the project. So I'm happy with this. I feel like in a lot of these projects that I've been doing recently, I've been reaching for more like color cosmetics and stuff. So I'm happy to roll in some products that are more like complexion and maybe a little bit easier for me to get day-to-day use out of. So thank you so much for sticking around for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please consider subscribing to my channel and I will see you all next time. Bye.